Hey everybody, I hope you guys are doing well. You know, we already know. I've said it. I feel like I keep saying it. Like 2020 just has been on BS. Like the entire 2020, right? It came in on bullshit. And we are now heading in September, and so far over the last week we have seen it's been like mermaid sightings, fire tornadoes, hell, the city of Chicago that never get tornadoes actually pretty much got plummeted. Some of the neighborhoods in Chicago from an actual tornado. Several tornadoes hit down out here. So, and that just never happened. So it's just like, okay, what else? It's like we on level 5,467 of Jumanji. And I'm just like, can we please get through this? And just when you thought that 2020 couldn't get any more strange, Tim Norman. You guys may know who Tim Norman is. He is the living son of Miss Robbie from Sweetie Pies. I used to watch Sweetie Pies all the time on the OWN network. Matter of fact, I think that Sweetie Pies definitely helped propel the OWN network because she had been on for a minute, right? And some of you guys might be familiar with Tim Norman. That's the son of Robbie, of course. And he had spent some time in jail prior because Miss Robbie is known to like give, ex-offenders, ex-convicts, second chances. And so, of course, she did that with her son. And he pretty much helped, propel the business to give it more visibility. And they've had their issues over the last, several years or so. And I'll get into that in a minute. But Tim was just arrested yesterday, y'all. Okay? He was charged with a federal complaint on August 11th. Basically, what they are saying is that he tried to collect on his nephews. Remember Andre on the show, Robbie Montgomery? He basically took out a $450,000 life insurance policy on his nephew back in 2014. And in 2016, if you guys have watched the show, you might recall Andre was killed. Now, the feds are saying that Tim conspired in a murder for hire plot with a stripper so that he could basically collect on Andre's life insurance policy, in which he was the sole beneficiary. As like I said, as if 2020 can't get no more crazy. So let me go ahead and read a little bit of this article. I'm reading from WAPT.com. I think that has something to do with like Mississippi. Please correct me if I'm wrong. So it says Tim Norman, 41 of Jackson, was charged by a federal complaint on August 11, 2020. He was arrested Tuesday morning in Jackson and is being held at the Madison County Detention Center awaiting extradition to Missouri. Norman was charged with conspiracy to use interstate commerce facilities in the commission of a murder for hire plot resulting in death, y'all. Good Lord. So basically what he did is he set his nephew up, all right? I'm just going to have to read between the lines here. It says, Robbie Montgomery was shot to death in St. Louis in March 2016. Norman is accused of taking out a $450,000 insurance policy on Montgomery, of which he was the sole beneficiary. According to the complaint, Norman conspired with exotic dancer, stripper, Terica Ellis of Memphis in the murder for hire plot that ended in Montgomery's death. Federal investigators said Norman and Ellis used burner phones to contact each other. Investigators said Ellis's phone location information placed her in the area of the murder at the time of Montgomery was shot. The records also show Ellis called Norman immediately following the fatal shooting, according to the indictment. In the days after the murder, Ellis, that is Terica Ellis, the stripper, deposited more than $9,000 in cash into various bank accounts, investigators said. All right. So this is crazy to me. I read a couple of articles before I decided to make this. And basically what happened is that Tim had Terica, the stripper, bait Andre. Her and Andre had been talking for a little bit, right? To kind of, she said, oh, I'm coming to Missouri. I'm coming down. And they were probably like, okay, when I come, I'm going to come see you. So she was using the burner phone to kind of talk to him. And so when she got to St. Louis, Tim had also flew in from LA because remember he moved. He was trying to set up shop out in LA. So he came to Missouri. Okay. This is the setup. Because remember, they're baiting Andre. So basically what happened is they're using him, Tim, and this stripper are using burner phones. She figured out where Andre was. And then we hear that Andre was shot and killed, right? And so a week later, Tim tries to cash in on a $450,000 life insurance policy. Now, here's the thing. He never got the money. Investigators say that basically he was coming up short on trying to come up with the paperwork or whatever they needed. And so he actually never cashed in on the policy. Had his own nephew killed for $450,000. And if you, like I said, if you kept up with the show, you know that he and his mom has had issues over the last several years. Matter of fact, Miss Robbie was suing. You remember she sued him because he was attempting to basically use the Sweetie Pie's trademark, and he was stealing money from his own mama. So it's just like, you have to stop and think to yourself, I'm sure the feds are probably looking into all his background to see if he took out a policy on his mother. The fact that he took out a $450,000 on his nephew, and then pretty much set him up to get killed. That's insane. And I don't know if you guys know this. Like I said, I'm just kind of talking from a place of maybe you've watched the show, maybe you are familiar with them. But Miss Robbie, who used to be a former ICAT, she used to sing with Ike Turner. She was a background singer, and she's had her restaurant for a long time. Her son, Andre Sr., died in his 30s. So he died when Andre Jr., the one that got shot and killed, was, he died. Forgive me, y'all. I'm just trying to talk fast because I got somewhere to go. The son, Robbie's son, died when Andre Jr. was about 1 year old. Okay. So, Ms. Robbie has always been in Andre's life. She's tried to help and keep him grounded, to keep him on the straight and narrow. Remember when they was at Andre's graduation? And just to think that this man took his nephew's life, had conspired to take his nephew's life. Because they're not saying that he pulled the trigger, but it was a murder for hire plot. And so Ms. Robbie not only lost her son, Andre, right? She lost her grandson. And now her only living son is being charged with conspiracy to kill her nephew. To have him killed over some damn insurance money. That just shows you that, people are just scandalous out here. And, Jennifer Williams did try to tell the public that Tim Norman was crazy. And, people really wasn't feeling Jennifer Williams. So a lot of that just kind of got dismissed because a lot of people felt that she was messy and that she keep up a lot of drama. So when she was telling us about this wide-hipped man, okay, because, people, you remember that, I don't know if I got ADD. Remember that episode of Girlfriends when Joan was dating that dude that had the hips and he had to wear a girdle and stuff like that? That's what Tim Norman reminds me of. So when Jennifer was trying to tell us that he was crazy, a lot of people dismissed her claims. She said that he was stalking her. And a lot of people dismissed her claims. And now look at this bullshit right here. This man had a whole plot to have his nephew taken out. And it worked. He conspired with a stripper to bait the young man to see her. And then they conspired to have this man killed. So now the rabbit hole goes even a little deeper because now they're going to have to find out who was the shooter. And then it gets even more deeper, right? Because then they're going to probably start looking into, if they haven't already, looking into, did he have insurance policies out on his former, it's just going to get crazy. You're just going to just see that, because if you will take out your own nephew, Your own nephew. What, you can't say that what he wouldn't have done. He stole from his mother, who gave him another shot after he did a bid. So you can't tell what people will do. When it comes down to money, they say money is the root of all evil. Money will make people just do some just effed up stuff. And this is really, really messed up. And I just feel for poor Miss Robbie. I can't imagine what must be going through her head. Like I said, her other son is deceased. Now his son is deceased. He died years ago. And now her living son, who stole from her, has been arrested for a murder for hire against her nephew, his brother's son. That's a whole mess, guys. So that just kind of sums up another episode of what's going on in 2020. But I'm just going to watch this really closely because, like I said, I always watch Welcome to Sweetie Pies, and I like the show. But Tim always, if you ever go back, just go back and kind of watch that. That just shows how psychopathic a person is. Had the dude, had his nephew killed. Because remember, he conspired to kill him. He didn't kill him, but he conspired to have him killed. And just go back and watch those episodes of around the time that Andre was killed. That's psychopathic. All right? That's completely psychopathic. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to come to you guys today with that news. I'm sure you've probably heard it. Some of you probably have not heard it, but I just wanted to come to you guys with that as I get on my way, start my day with my job. Go ahead, do me a favor, like, comment, and subscribe. And you guys know I will see you guys very, very soon on the next video. All right? Take care and have a wonderful day.